How do you define organization learning? Is organizational learning the same thing as knowledge management?
I don't think they're exactly the same, but I think what's happened is people in many organizations use organizational learning or they use knowledge management according to what's convenient to them. So if they think their management is supporting KM, they call everything KM. If they think organizational learning is popular, they call it organizational learning. And most people at the sort of practical level don't really know the difference. They're still going to do whatever their system is. So really, the difference really comes more for academics, people who do research, and professors, and people who write papers and discuss this, and the people who are thinkers in this field who like to argue forever about whether it's people and systems and all that. Organizational learning, I think they have different focuses. So in terms of how they approach it, if I wanted to describe it as simple as possible. So learning is about individuals and teams and organizations becoming smarter. And so eventually you get to people because you start with the organization. We want to be an organization that learns. Well, if your organization can't learn unless your team learns, because if your team messes up or just disperses, you don't have any learning. But your team is made of people. So if the people don't learn, again, you don't learn anything. So, even Peter Senge said this, with no individual learning, there's no team learning. So you get back to the individual having to learn as the sort of fundamental part of it. And so their focus becomes more on helping the individual in the organization become a smarter person. KM tended to look at knowledge. That's the first word, right? Where is the knowledge and how do we manage and do something with it? So it kind of tended to look past the people and see inside their brain, what do they own? What do they have? And how can I reach inside there and do something with it? Oh, by the way, I have to interact with this person, so all of a sudden I have to do something with the person. So again, you end up back with the person because the knowledge is inside and you can't remove it. So at the end you have to deal with the person and how do you make them smarter? How do you facilitate them learning and becoming a better equipped to do their job and use knowledge that's available? You kind of get almost to the same place. I think the difference is kind of really where you start and how you get there. But successful programs, I think, end up at the same place, focusing on making the individuals in their organizations smarter, better learners, who then use whatever knowledge they have available for them.